Okay, so for our next example, we're going to make it more complicated. We're going to do one of these overlapping doohickey things. So we'll say this is x, this is 41, 23, 35. And we'll say that this and this are the same, and this are the same. Okay, so let's color our corresponding sides. So we have two triangles. We have the bottom triangle, we have the top triangle. So that's between the arc and the nothing, so that's going to correspond to that. The 41, which is going to actually correspond to that. And then this one is going to correspond to that. So the 41 is the orange on the bottom triangle, and it's the red on the top triangle. And which triangle are we going to call triangle number 1? We're going to say the bottom one has the x, so that's kind of our triangle 1, and that's our triangle 2. So I'm going to go right to it. So I'm going to say, so we have our green 1 over green 2 equals, now we don't know this red, so the red's not going to work. So it's actually going to be the orange over the orange. Orange 1 over orange 2. So green 1 is x, green 2 is 35, orange 1 is 41, and orange 2 is 23. So then we solve it. So x over 35 equals 41 over 23. I just rewrote it because I'm going to multiply by 35. Chink, chink. X equals 41 times 35 divided by 23. I'm going to need a calculator for that. 41 times 35 equals divided by 23 equals 62.39. We're still on the screen. 62.39. So x is equal to 62.4. And that's that one over there. Oops, I like to draw these in the pen, but that's okay. So we're going to say that this angle is the same as this angle, and it's 17, 13, 21. So 21 is going to be from there to there, so ending at that point. And then there to there, just that little bit over there, is going to be 8. And this 13 is going to be from there to there. And then our x is going to be, we want to know how long that side is. So we're going to, the first, are they similar triangles? Are there even triangles? And as you may remember, so that's one triangle, that's the other triangle. This angle is in common to both. So between the dots is going to be that. Between the dots is going to be that. Then for the green, orange and nothing is going to be that. Orange and nothing is going to be that. And the red is going to be, that's the red, and that's the other red. So there's our coloring. So which triangle is going to go on top? We have the small one, we have the big one. The x is actually part of the big one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that the big triangle, so the big one is going to be the one on top, and the small triangle is going to be the one on the bottom. So we're going to have green 1 over green 2, so green big over green small. And that's actually the hardest one. Should I have started with that one? We're going to come back to that in a second. which is going to be equal to orange big over orange small, which is equal to red big over red small. So red of the big is x, red of the small is 17. Orange of the big, we don't actually know. So that one we don't know. Orange of the small is 21. Green, so green of the small green, which is the one on the bottom, is going to be 13. Now the big green is the whole line. That's 21, that's 8. So the big green is actually 21 plus 8, which is 29. And that's our setup. So we're not going to use the orange. So it's going to be 29 over 13 equals x over 17. Multiply both sides by 17. Chink, chink. And x equals 17 times 29 over 13. That's not drawn very well. 13. And x equals 17 times 29 equals, divided by 13 equals 37.92. Which means it's equal to 37.9. Okay. So that was example 4, so now we'll do example 5. I think this is going to be our last one. So we'll put some numbers on. So we'll say that this is 31, this is 18. We're going to say that x is just that bit over there. 41 is going to be this, just that from there to there. So x is from there to there, 41 is from there to there. And we'll say that this is, yeah. Okay, these are probably not correct numbers because I should probably have done Pythagoras to figure it out. So this triangle doesn't exist in real life, but we're just setting up the numbers, so we're just going to go with that for now. Recognizing that this is horribly wrong. So we're going to color the appropriate sides. So we have our small triangle and we have our big triangle. They're similar because, of course, this is a common angle. So we know that the 41 between orange and the right angle is the same as this. We know that the 18 corresponds to this over here. And then we know that orange to nothing, this corresponds to that. Okay. So the small triangle does not have the x, the big triangle does have the x. So we're going to say that it's going to be big over small. It's going to be big over small. So what we have is we're going to have should we do it? We'll do it like that. Fine. We'll start off with the hard one. Orange over orange equals green over green equals red over red. So big orange is going to be, so that's 41, but the big orange is actually this and this. It's actually going to be x plus 41 over, the small one is 41. For the greens, the big green is, we have no idea. The small green is 72. Obviously not using that one. And for the red, the big red is 31. The small red is 18. So then we have to do some algebra stuff. So x plus 41 over 41 equals 31 over 18. we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to multiply both sides by 41. These are still going to cancel. So we're going to get x plus 41 equals 31 times 41 minus 18, which means that x plus 41 equals, let's put in the calculator, 31 times 41 equals, divided by 18 equals, which is 70.611. And then to get the x alone, we're going to have to bring the 41 to the other side. 70.611 minus 41. So take that and subtract 41. And we get 29.611, which means that x is 29.6. And there you go.